Chicago, baby. Chicago, baby.
What is up, my fellow Sackers? So I have another top 8 Chicago monthly video for you guys. It was on December 14th and we had 58 players. And for the end of the year, TGS, the shop who hosts these tournaments, likes to do charity events. So this ended up being a charity event, which basically meant you had to donate canned food to enter. And we had a total of 862 food items donated, which is really, really crazy. But yeah, the meta, no surprise, Big 3 is obviously the most represented. Black Wings with 9, Viator with 8, and Hero Frog with 5 players. And you can see the breakdown for the rest of the deck list on the side. And Miscellaneous having 20, and we finally have that being broken out as well. So that's cool to see. Marcus Hayden finally took it down. Shout out to Metaphos. He's topped, I think, every single monthly he's entered except one where he was playing a deck he wasn't as familiar with. But yeah, he's either topped with Frog Hero, Chaos Fairy, and now he's finally on with Black Wings. Another one has fallen to the dark side, but it is what it is. He played freaking amazing, so congrats to him. He finally did it. And yeah, I just like showing pictures of the tournament real quick. 58 players. Pete, shouts to LP Yu-Gi-Oh! We gave out a gem bag for the person who donated the most cans, and he donated like over 80 cans, so that guy's insane. And Marcus finally won, so he won a Ghost Stardust for getting first. And of course, we give out the PP care package, or whatever you want to call it. This time, it's normally just sleeves, like a bunch of sleeves, but this time it was the over sleeves, the whites, I think another pair of sleeves, and the calculator case too, and dice and attribute dice too. I'm like, damn, that was a sick care package. So yeah, it was more than usual this time because he wanted to give out more for the charity event. So yeah, shout outs to Pristine Protection. And yeah, moving on to the deck lists. First in top 8, Zach. He's playing Hero Frog. It looks like a pretty traditional list, but the main thing that sticks out to me is the Legacy of Yagarasus. I feel like this card is like really underslept in Hero Frog because, so I mean, he took out, the trade-off is he's not playing Soul Change Enemy Controller, and I think I can't tell what else he's not playing, but like you give out a little power on those two, but I feel like when you play against Hero Frog and they set a card, like it's very obvious, it's obviously normally one of these like 3, Raigeki Break, Mirror Torrential, and it's pretty easy to like read Raigeki Break, but when you add Legacy of Yada in the mix, it becomes like really hard. Like you don't know, like you really want to always play around Raigeki Break, but with Legacy, like Legacy can easily act as a bluff here, so I feel like that was a good choice. So congrats to Zach on top 8. Next, Henry. Henry's been playing Blackwing for a while. He just got back into the format maybe like 3 months ago-ish. And this is his first top 8, I believe. So good stuff to him playing Blackwings. It's a pretty standard list, except you'll see he's playing Card Trooper, Trapston, Starlight Road. Card Trooper's been getting some popularity in Blackwing recently. It's just a good out to a bunch of stuff that, and it gets under bottomless. So like it's enough to Consecrate, for example. Like it hits 1900, which is like actually a relevant stat for Blackwing. You know, you mill three cards, which obviously can be very good in this deck because milling targets for Blizzard is really huge. So yeah, like not surprising. Starlight Road in the main, I feel like is a little more rare to see nowadays. Normally you see in the side deck, and he still also does side the second one, which that's a lot of Starlight Roads in my opinion. But hey, it worked for him. And yeah, Trapston's obviously like gaining popularity too with deck dev everywhere. So yeah, good meta call. Side deck seems pretty standard besides that second Starlight Road. Fissure's also been gaining a lot of popularity to out Consecrated Light. So yeah, good stuff. Next I have Danny. Danny's topped, I think, all 3 monthlies he's entered. I think this is the 3rd one. So that's really, really consistent stuff from him. And he's always played some Brew of Machina. He played something pretty similar to this last time. Starlight Road and Trapstone in the main is pretty bold, I feel like, especially with Gores. But, you know, people would, yeah, like, I feel like I can question all these unconventional choices all day I want, but in the end, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Variants. And if the card ends up working for you that day, or ends up working for you that day, like Trapstone and Starlight Roar though I feel like is very conflicting with Gore, so I don't know how that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's still obviously cool, really cool deck with the Thunder King in the main. And then the side deck, the only thing that really stands out is Thunder King. I feel like he built his deck to be like almost like anti-meta Machina, like Machina stun almost. So you can just bring in like Kaiku, Fossil Dyna, King Tigers against like the decks he like would bring these in against. Like you could bring in all 6 against Frogs. Like that is crazy. So yeah, good stuff. And then this is Andy, I know this is Andy's first top. He was really proud of it. I'm really happy for him. And Andy always plays like a deck that he finds fun. So that's always really respectable in my book. Like I feel like if you could actually like stick to your guns and do well, that's freaking great. But yeah, he played Winged Rhinos, and I don't know what a typical Winged Rhinos deck looks like. I'm pretty sure they all play the draw traps to like, you can just chain a trap, draw trap to Winged Rhino and bounce him for free. But the dude's playing triple Caius, triple Fader. I don't know if that's normal. Like I'm sorry to offend the Winged Rhino community. I don't know like this deck off the top of my head, but I don't feel like that's normal. And then he's playing Offerings to the Doomed with Reckless Greed, which I think is super cool. That's super innovative. I think I personally haven't seen that before. This is probably like some old school shit that I'm not like familiar with, but yeah. I mean, if we're skipping a draw phase, you might as well just have a quick play Soul Taker that's essentially no cost and they don't gain life. So that's really cool. Oh, it only targets face up though, but that's still really good. Obviously, you just care about getting over the 1800 bump and just getting in there. But yeah, 42 cards. I feel like you should probably play 40 because you really need to see Winged Rhinos. We have so much draw that I guess is fine. And in the side deck, dude, I don't know what's going on here. Like, okay, like the third Offering to the Doom, like sure, I guess I get it. Third Breaker, yeah, I get it. But like, what the fuck is this card? Once per turn, you can target one normal trap card in your graveyard. Banish that target. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack until. Sure, I don't know what's happening, bro. Like what do you even side this in for? Like what do these come in for? Like this guy's not even searchable. I don't know. This deck is cool. He did well. Definitely outplayed some people that day. So that was, yeah. I mean, shout out to Andy for sticking to what he likes and getting a top with it. That's great. I like how he's not even playing 15 cards in his deck because it's like that shit's like not coming up. Okay, and then top 4, we have Jose with an interesting take on Vayu Turbo. It looks pretty standard, like 3 grab for 1 arm, get a knight, and then you get to here and you see double Lila, and you're like, okay, like a true hero topped with Lila, so like maybe you start seeing 1, but he's only playing 2 Raikou, no Hamster, and he's also playing double Recharge. I feel like that's pretty inconsistent. Like you only have 5 targets, so like there's no way this is always live. But you could high roll, I guess, but 5 targets seems kind of low, and especially when you're on 42 cards. I don't know how consistent that was for him. There's also no Trap Dust Shoot anywhere in this 50. Well, I was gonna say 55, 57. I super disagree with that. I think Trap Dust Shoot is freaking broken, and if you're not playing it, you're in your 55, 56, or yeah, 55, 56, 57, whatever. You're trolling most of the time. And in his side deck, it looks pretty standard. Like there's the 2 Thunder King, which I think this card will get a little more play if we keep seeing like the tier 1.5 stuff do well, like Machina, Lyshorn, Diva Hero, GBs. Like Thunder King's really good against that stuff. But there's no like Rug, so he does play like. I just feel like he doesn't have enough for Frogs. Like obviously there's still a lot. He sides in 2, 4, 6, 8 cards for Frogs, but I don't know. I really just want to see my hate cards against Frogs. And okay, so the craziest thing, and I hope Jose's watching this video because I don't understand this, dude. There's no silver one in the extra deck. Like, bruh, you like what? Do you not own this card? Like, I double checked his deck list. It's not there. So I don't know what's going on. Like, you have to play this card, but I guess it never came out for him, so that's good. But yeah, shout out to Jose for getting 4th, and then 3rd, David playing Gladiator Beasts. He's playing the Prisma build. I don't know why this is here like that. I really like the Prisma build. So like this is like the traditional Gladiator Beast deck. I know it's weaker to deck dev, and deck dev's everywhere right now, but he's playing triple trap stun, so I just like explode on them, man. Just like make GB scary, in my opinion. I think that's the way you need to play it, because when you don't end up playing the Test Tiger or Prisma stuff, I don't play GBs, but when I'm playing against GBs and I know you're not playing Prisma Test Tiger, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty safe here. You know, I don't ever really like feel super threatened by Geyseris. But yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty standard. The double Dark Bribe stands out a little bit, but you know, you just need spell trap negation. I'm not sure if they're only supposed to be playing one Proving Ground, but yeah, you're already playing a lot of monsters, so yeah. Sekitor is so cool. Yeah, this is just like the traditional GB list that I'm used to. And in the side deck, he has a lot of hate for Monk, you know. There's 2 Cyber Dragon and 2 System Down. He ties in the third a quest. And Chariot, I guess that's for like frogs. Just Chariot loot them, I guess. Other than that, I feel like there's probably some side deck card I'm not thinking of that's normally in here, but I'm not the most familiar with GB deck list sideboards off the top of my head. I guess there's no Crow. But I mean, yeah, other than that, it's pretty solid. Like, I think Test Tiger is so cool. Okay, and then GB's also got second place. Jackson switched off Blizzard Dragon deck and is now playing GBs. He loves playing, I realize he loves just playing like 15 plus trap card decks. He just loves setting 4. Well, there's actually, if you think about it, there's like 21 trap cards in here because Book of Moon is essentially a trap card. So that's crazy. He's also playing Burn the Mighty. I feel like he was playing this in, or no, he was playing Solidarity, I think, in Dragons. I don't think he was playing Burn the Mighty, but I know I've seen him play this card before. But yeah, I know he just likes this card. But yeah, he's playing GB Yaos with Burn the Mighty. I don't think we've ever seen that before, so that's cool. Triple E-Quest with Ika. I know people do that, but I feel like it's not as not that common. And he's playing triple Trap Stun. Trap Stun is just like the new, I feel like, anti-DDV card. And you know you're going to be playing against a bunch of like Blackwing Value. Like, it's definitely a good meta call in my opinion. Like, both GB lists that top play triple Trap Stun. Other than that, everything looks pretty standard. Double Smashing Ground. It's like whatever. I feel like there's probably going to be some monster removal in GBs anyway. And then the sideboard, I know he loves his Mask of Restrict. Anti-Spell Fragrance? What is that for? I feel like I haven't seen that in a sideboard in a minute. I'm not sure what that's for. Like, Dragon Turbo, like, I don't know. Yeah, but everything else seems pretty standard, so good stuff. And yeah, Marcus, he's already put this on his deck or on his channel. If you're not subscribed to Metaphos, please sub. Marcus is a great guy making good content for Edison. And yeah, I know him and Chai have been going back and forth a lot on the Blackwing deck. And I know Chai was playing like a few cards different, but it's pretty similar to this. And shout out to Chai, he got 9th. His streak finally ended, and it had to be like him getting 9th. Like, he literally bubbled out. That feels bad, man. But yeah, triple draw trap, Solemn in the main, deck dev in the main, Dust in the main, only 1 deep prison. I know he was saying how he doesn't like deep prison that much in the Blackwing Mirror because he feels like the way you lose or you gain advantage in the Blackwing Mirror is when you activate something like Bombless Deep Prison and they end up chaining DDV or Ika. So he doesn't want that situation to come up. In the sideboard, so I know I was telling them to play double Cyber Dragon because Cyber Dragon covers more matchups, but I know at Anaheim he played against Machina and the second Cyber came up where he drew the second Cyber but he already contacted with the first one, so the second Cyber was really ass. So since then he's switched to System Down and Cyber Dragon. I guess that's fine. Like, I know it can come up, but like the chance of you drawing double Cyber Dragon against Machina is like, I don't know, and then resolving the first one too. But yeah, I mean, it does conflict with oppression though. So like, it's specifically against Machina, System Down is definitely way better. But I do value the versatility of Cyber Dragon and a bunch of other matchups. But that's fine. And then he's playing Dark Illusion, and I think this won him a game or two. I feel like, I can't remember which match it was that it did good for him, but yeah, Dark Illusion is just really cool. And then everything else seems a bit about standard. Like, you see the Fissure again making its appearance in Blackwing decks, and yeah, extra decks nothing fancy either. So yeah, good stuff. Marcus played extremely well in the finals, like extremely well. So yeah, he definitely deserved this one. Congrats to Marcus. Next month in January, the next monthly is January 11th for an ulti brain control, and yeah, that'll be really hype. I'll be making a video soon about like a 2024 Chicago Edison recap, I guess. Just go over the Edison Chicago year. And yeah, that being said, hope to see you guys in the next monthly. Peace.